Liberal Bill Maher has Mark Cuban on his show, and he's confused. For Rachel Maddow, we're going to bring up Elon Musk. This is a fascinating episode, guys. It's on free speech and rockets. Welcome to John Mike Keane.
He pulled off an engineering marvel where he launched the largest, most powerful rocket in the world, and on the first try, caught the 23-story tall booster.
Insane.
That brings it up in midair with using chopstick-like mechanical arms.
That's Elon Musk's company did that. We'll show you that footage in just a second. He performed an engineering feat. He is clearly on the front end of the space age, and he's putting NASA and our government to shame. The entire space program is so unworkable, and he brings in a private enterprise. He's outpacing our government. One single man.
It'll just take a few seconds. Look at that.
That's insane.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And then
That's insane too.
Mark Cuban's calling him insane. He's jumping up and down at the Trump rally. Said this now, made this case now for a year. Elon Musk is going to go to jail if Kamala Harris wins. He's doing this for self-protection. He has to support Trump. And of course, religiously, he supports free speech. He has to fund Trump, and he is excited that Trump is winning because it means he's going to get to go to Mars.
That's the same guy. This is such a game changer with exploring the stars with the rocket. But he also, FEMA used its budget ferrying illegals into the country instead of saving American lives. Treason.
That's one of Elon Musk's tweets. He is a hard Trump supporter, anti-woke, anti-left. One of his kids was trans by the left, so this is personal for him.
That's the same guy. He also tweeted, Mark Cuban and Rachel Maddow are the same person. Don't believe.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Mark Cuban and, what's her name again? Rachel Maddow. But I couldn't tell which was which.
I think he makes a great case. I get him mixed up all the time. Here's Rachel Maddow on Bill Maher.
He just goes to show you could be one of the world's greatest entrepreneurs, literally of the last century, and be a fucking troll at the same time. Right?
Well, there's Exhibit A as the greatest entrepreneurs of our century and a blanking troll at the same time. How do these people not see it? They're always talking about themselves.
People were shocked when Henry Ford, who created the modern age, went to testify on Capitol Hill. Yeah. And what did historians say? Congressmen and senators were shocked how ignorant this guy was.
And I could show you Joe Scarborough's face. Congressmen and senators are shocked at how ignorant this guy was. See, they're making my case that they're talking about themselves.
This is a guy who's one of the great minds of our time.
Right.
And I hate that he's in the sewer with Twitter.
He's in the sewer with Twitter. He owns Twitter. Guy, of course he's going to be in the sewer. He owns the sewer. Why are these people angry that he's using his own product that he bought for $42 billion? He should be able to say anything he wants for $42 billion on his own platform, Joe Scarborough. You don't even own MSNBC. They almost fired you this year.
He wanted to, this week, he's suing the 12-member commission, the California Coastal Commission. He launches his rockets from Vandenberg Space Force Base.
Okay, Vandenberg Space Force is right there, and he's in that coastal commission. This is about free speech and getting canceled over your speech on a product, rockets, which have nothing to do with what Elon Musk says about endorsing Trump.
He wanted the proposal to expand the number of launches. Okay, again, one of the most impressive companies. He wants a little more, give it to him. No. The commission, some bureaucrat, said, nope, and this is the reason why. Commissioner Carol Hart saying, we're dealing with a company, the head of which has aggressively injected himself into the presidential race and made it clear what his point of view is. Yes, because he lives in America and he can do that.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with this.
That used to be America. That Coastal Commission trying to stop him from launching rockets, for inserting himself into politics. That same Coastal Commission, I know, goes through wine country where Oprah Winfrey has a giant house. She inserted herself into politics. They're not going to somehow limit her licenses and fees because she's involved. They'll never do this to a Democrat. Democrats are encouraged to get as involved and insert themselves into politics all they want. It will never affect their business. When a Republican or a conservative does it, your business is in trouble. That's the two-tiered justice system.
The right thinks that the left is in a very different place with free speech than they have been before, and they're not wrong.
Bill Maher, this is where we can agree with him. You know, he can be a never Trumper. But man, he is pro free speech. And I am 100% in agreement with Bill Maher on free speech. It might just drag him over here to the right if he keeps going this way, because there's no home for you on the left if you're for free speech.
This is arrogant. You don't punish somebody. It would be like if we stopped Henry Ford from making the cars because we didn't like what
Yeah, but can you take one anecdotal example? One idiot, right? Truly an idiot to stop.
This is not an idiot. This is someone with power.
Oh, yeah. Mark Cuban tried coming out and calling that commissioner an idiot, like one little tiny. No, Mark Cuban, don't make it sound like it's just one little coastal commission. It's across the board. It's at every university. It's at every institution. It's in many churches where they will fire you if you're too far to the right and too outspoken for Trump. Hollywood, science does it now. Everyone's being canceled, and Mark is too blind and too Rachel Maddow looking to figure it out. Here's Elon Musk on. He hopes he's gonna end up making an iPhone, guys.
Man, I sure hope we don't have to make a phone. That's a lot of work. The idea of making a phone makes me want to die.
I love that he knows how much work this thing is. Guys, these inventions that he does, SpaceX, Starlink, Tesla, he does solar powered roofing. They're not easy to do. They're incredibly hard. And he knows what a phone, a Tesla phone or the X phone would have to do. He wants Tim Cook to fix Apple. He wants Google to fix their phone, whatever it is, because it's going to be a lot of work, but he's willing to do it.
If we have to make a phone, we will, but we will aspire not to make a phone. I do think that the various companies and Apple and Google, Android, and whatnot, they need to make sure they don't have a heavy hand in like the App Store and whatnot, or they will create a forcing function for there to be a competitor. But man, I dread the idea of making a phone. If that turns out to be necessary, we'll do it. But hopefully, it is not necessary.
And that's why I believe he'll end up making a phone. It will end up being necessary when he realizes the power of everyone walking around with a computer, because it's not just a phone as you know it. They're tracking data. It's all of that. It is a giant, giant company. I predict he will do it. Like he said, it's a forcing function because iPhone is run by Tim Cook, who's too woke, although he did reach out and call Trump this week, the head of Apple, because Apple is getting fined by the EU, by Britain. And Tim Cook is going to Trump saying, what can you do about this? You guys, free speech is on the right. Free speech is Republicans. Free speech is Donald Trump. Anti-free speech is Democrats. Free speech is on the ballot. Do you support Elon Musk, and would you buy one of his phones if he made one? I'm John Mike Keene.